Okay, so let's move on to the FTSE movers and shakers. Arm, Sky, AB Foods. What are the headlines there?
Well, some good news from sort of tech and media type companies. Arm Holdings are obviously best known as a chipset designer, not a manufacturer, but somebody who does the architecture for chips. Their chips are in most modern devices, and particularly in modern cell phones. And it's cell phone demand that's really driven Arm's profits, and they posted what you can see, 85 million for Q1 2015 versus profits.
So a good beat on the headline.
Yeah, so if you do that numerically, 30% effectively beat over Q1 2014, and the currency moves are in their favour because Arm earns its revenues in dollars. A strong dollar, of course, means it's, you're talking repatriating that money back into sterling terms. It's doing really well. Also doing really well, Sky. Now, of course, you'll remember that there was a few question marks asked about how much they'd paid for the ongoing Premier League.
Football rights.
5 billion was considered to be too much money by some. However, they've confounded their critics. They've shown strong customer growth, customer numbers up by as much as 70% on some metrics, and more importantly than that, perhaps less churn. So not only are more people signing up to Sky, they're sticking around for longer, not cancelling. Operating profits on that basis up 20%. The stock up the best part of 4%. Not everyone thinks it's great news. Investec are saying, take your profits here, but I think on balance you'll see mostly positive comment from the brokers.
There's a theme we're looking at consolidation potentially in that sector this year, has been suggested by some pundits.
Well, that's also possibly true, and of course that headline number will have not gone unnoticed in perhaps a potential
in the world of Vivendi, for example.
Yeah, perhaps.
AB Foods negative, down 2.5%. The market's got that right in terms of my favourite place, Primark.
Well, I think the truth is AB Foods could be considered almost a victim of its own success. It's it's delivered consistent growth particularly through Primark. This time round, the sugar business has basically stalled. The numbers are still in line pretty much with analyst forecasts, but it didn't exceed, it didn't excite, and when you are on a sort of priced as a growth business, as AB Foods effectively is because of Primark, it's very easy to disappoint. And I think to some extent in this one it's been better to travel than to arrive.
Right. Just in the headline of that, I saw AB Foods talking about Primark going into the US, okay? And again, we know what happens when British companies, PLC, try and go overseas.
It doesn't usually work out.